There are millions of NFTs out there for sale, and thousands of new projects are launching every single day. It's hard enough to figure out NFT projects that are actually worth following, let alone investing in. So, for today's video, we have a bunch of handpicked upcoming NFT projects that we think are worth a shot. So, if you don't want to miss the chance to make easy money, make sure to watch the video until the end. Let's begin. We will start by talking about what you should look for in a good NFT project. For starters, NFTs with utility and potential future use never go wrong. Allow us to explain. Suppose you can manage to find an NFT project that has a mission you can relate to and has some form of utility. In that case, you are getting more out of your NFT purchase than simply the digital ownership of an asset. That said, let's get back to the topic. The NFTs that we are going to talk about are going to be super beneficial in the current climate. We are going to start with the most hyped one that you might have heard before. Yes, you guessed it, we're talking about Invisible Friends. Invisible Friends by Marcus Magnuson is an Ethereum-based animated NFT initiative that really is part of the Random Character Collective, and we have some exclusive updates about the exact date as well as the mint price for this NFT. It is being said that Invisible Friends will be releasing on February 23rd and will go for a mint price of 0.25 Ethereum. There will be a total of 5,000 of these NFTs. So, for the amount of hype that they have, the floor price is probably going to be 6 to 9 ETH. Might as well get 11 ETH at some point. In addition, there isn't going to be a public sale, so the only way to mint this is if you have whitelist. As compared to the other stuff available in the market, people seem to be happy with the 0.25 Ethereum price for this NFT. The NFTs consist of a walking style animation. The character itself is of an invisible person, and the attachments that are associated with the character is what gives life to these NFTs. They also showed that the rarest NFTs within this NFT collection will look like. Our favorite is the transparent one with all these veins and the blood pumping within his body while he's brushing his teeth. Once you start looking at the art for Invisible Friends, you'll be hooked. The animation artwork appears to be lighthearted and simple, which is a distinguishing factor for the project's artwork. The Invisible Friend Twitter account has over 472,000 followers that are growing day by day. For someone who can be attracted to the artwork of the project, we are pretty sure that they would want to become whitelisted as well as mint. Anyways, moving on to the roadmap and utility behind this NFT collection, what we know is that these Invisible Friends NFTs will act as mint oases for the upcoming 3D Invisible Friends collection that will be releasing in summer of 2022. Marcus Magnuson, when asked about the utility and roadmap of the collection, said that we have a bunch of stuff lined up. 3D collection, toys, merch, collaboration. Just because we don't put it in some illustrations doesn't mean we don't have plans. Well, certainly, he is thinking about the utility these NFTs will end up having post-release. As far as the community is concerned, the Discord is useful and friendly. They have a highly active collection chat where the entire community engages with one another and shares happy vibes. The artwork along with the meme channel shows the Discord members' high degree of inventiveness. It's a terrific group to be a part of with humorous memes to amazing work. That said, let's move on to the next one. Up next, we have Clay Friends. Now, the details such as the release date and price haven't been revealed yet, but it is expected to release in the first quarter of 2022. There will be a total of 5,000 of these NFTs. The art that is featured in the Clay Friends NFT collection is of a blue clay character. It is extremely colorful and vibrant as compared to other collections we have seen in the NFT space. We believe this NFT collection is going to have a very large appeal to a lot of people within the NFT space. The character portrayed is filled with a bunch of different traits that are extremely unique. Moving on, let's take a look at the founders and the team behind this NFT collection. The artist behind this collection is called Trent Shy. He is an artist, a stop-motion animator, as well as a filmmaker. The artist has a YouTube channel with over 620,000 subscribers and has over 124,000 followers on his Instagram. Trent Shy has been creating this type of artwork for a while now. He developed some really cool motion picture animations, and we have to say that it's some of the most unique stuff that we have ever seen. Not only that, his animations are quite popular. Some of his animations have been viewed by millions of people. Trent has built up a very strong audience, which is why we believe this NFT collection is going to be a huge success. That said, let's talk about the roadmap for this NFT collection and the utility behind it. Well, for now, there isn't much revealed since there is no website. Likewise, a roadmap hasn't been provided in the Discord either. So for now, it's basically just a wait and see approach. It's one of those cases where you find an NFT project at its earliest and no details have been released yet. With that being said, there is still a possibility that these NFTs are purely art. Moving on to the community of the project that has accumulated over 14.2 thousand followers on Twitter, while on the Discord they have close to 17,000 people inside the server. To be honest, the community is fairly small when compared to a lot of other major projects within the NFT space, but it's because this project has just been announced and is in its initial stages. Coming back to the large audience Trent Shy has garnered, it's always a good sign for an artist to come into the NFT space and already has an audience prior to releasing NFT collections. Once the official release and more details about the project are announced, we expect it to get a lot more attention than it is getting right now. Next up, we have Starcatchers that will be released on the 22nd of February. Now, we are not exactly sure about the total amount of NFTs that will be made available. However, the mint price is 0.111 ETH. The art behind the NFT collection is that of a yellow-colored, star-shaped character that has, yet again, a super colorful design and fits the theme that is really popular in the NFT space right now. We believe a lot of people are going to gravitate towards this cute and fun artwork. Moving on, let's take a look at the founders and the team behind this NFT collection that consists of 4 individuals. The co-founders named Beatrice, Camades, Maurice, and lastly Rovi. Now, for all we know, all 4 of these individuals are pseudo-anonymous. We don't have any public identities just yet. The founders, however, just recently posted a thread on Twitter that says, "We at Starcatchers believe that accountability is the most important facet of our brand. We are officially announcing that the majority of the founders' minting revenue will be locked away via time-locked contract for a period of 4 years." They then had a breakdown of the mint revenue as 60% sent to community treasury, 5% paid out to the founding team immediately, 35% locked away via Genosis Safe for 4 years with a 1-year cliff. And lastly, they said, as a brand, we felt that in order to build trust and accountability, we needed to send a strong message that says we are here to stay. We are not here to follow the trend, but we will be continuously pushing, innovating, and raising the bar on transparency and accountability. The kind of transparency and honesty that the team is showing is truly phenomenal. Another important announcement that they made recently was about the website coming this Friday. That way, we would have more details about the roadmap and utility behind this NFT collection. As far as the community behind this NFT collection is concerned, they have successfully managed to accumulate around 79,000 followers on Twitter, while on the Discord, that is currently private, they have over 10,000, probably more, inside that server. The fact that the founders are being followed by some prominent figures within the NFT space is what initially grabbed our attention. But their transparency shows that they are really forming something special that we should follow along. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.